Happyhealer Lover. Today, now we are working on the final draw for September 1st for the market close. We are in the final half hour. It is great to be here with you. We have things opened up here, so it's getting a little bit nicer here in Florida, so that's good. And we can see big moving, and what I did is I picked up a fourth position on big here, you can see. Excuse me. And this is one that is also a call position that expires on the 17th, which is very comforting for me, especially after a lot of these that we've already been in. We have ranging from, I just picked this one up at $9, so that's actually been profitable already, and it looks like we've got a big moving. On AMC, I put in an order. It's because I sent over some money from Coinbase, and I put in an order for, let's get this down a little bit more. Alright, I think you can see me okay. Maybe it's a little too much. There we go. Alright, so we put in an order, and it hasn't executed yet, so we might have to go in and replace that order because things have been moving to the upside, and I'm at the low end of what I can put on this. 262 is the furthest I can go, so maybe we'll go to 49 then. I didn't want to do that, but they're getting more expensive, shorter. Well, it's coming down a little. Maybe I'll get filled. Not really. Actually, it's going up. Okay, so yeah, we're back here, 240 to 2. I think we can put one in for maybe 250 and get filled. Probably even a little less than that. We'll go at 248. Yeah, right. We'll go with 8 there, and might even get away with less than that, depending on where it ends up here. But let's go ahead and put that through instead. I think that come tomorrow, this will be likely to go higher, so I kind of got everything riding on things will get better tomorrow, and so I hope that's the truth and that it actually does. So now this is just sitting here. Let's go ahead and see if maybe we need to up it a little bit. Probably. Let's go ahead and go to 50. I think it just went through. Yeah, I think it just went through. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're in that one now. Let's hopefully that moves up. And again, I'm going for September 10th. The only September 3rd positions I have are 2. I can't stomach doing those final positions where, you know, I just vow not to do that. And even this is pretty tight. I would say my biggest losses into those orders just like that, where you don't give yourself enough time to be successful. That's right. You got to give yourself enough time to be successful in all of your plays, or it's not going to work out like you suspected or like you wanted. You know what I mean? This thing is not. I'm on. There you go. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. So we were down almost 500. Now we're down 186. And depending on what happens here in the last 25 minutes, I think we could even go up from there. I know AMC has come down just a tidbit since when we bought it. But I really hope that AMC finds its place and goes up because we've got a lot going on it. But thankfully we also have a lot going on BBIG, and that has a lot of momentum. Maybe we should be in that one heavier. Either way, we're committed to AMC on this. And the good news is for AMC, we do have until the 10th, not until just the 3rd on 5 of our positions. But on the other 2, it's only until the 3rd, and I'm looking at those carefully. I don't want to see those go, lose all their value. Come tomorrow, this could really be affected if this is still going downward. I don't think it will be. I think it's kind of hitting a limit here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our limits, what they could be. Oh, and by the way, Coinbase was just on fire. It's got Cardano up in almost to 290 now, which was nice to be able to cash out at that level. And well, now it came down a little bit, but it was at 290 when I cashed out, so that's how come I put money into this account. Look at it grow, so that's good. Even as AMC is struggling, we see BBIG growing. It's got still that forward momentum to it, which is what we like. I think that come tomorrow, this could really be nice, because now we have a good 4 of these. They're all priced just right. Let's see. And they expire on the 17th, so I feel really good about them all. And then on AMC, we're holding at 43.90. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC on the chart. You know what? I don't even know how to change these to the candles. If anybody knows how to do that, let me know. This one? Oh, there it is. Alright. We're going to use the candles, see if that gives us any more insight. So we were higher here at 44.29. What time was that? That was at what, 3:30? That was just a moment ago. Okay, yeah. So hopefully we go back there. I like that better. Oh well, it kind of looks like we're moving in that direction actually. So we're in an upward pattern when you pull it back far enough, and we were in a downward pattern throughout the day. And some people felt like it needed to do this for consolidation. Remember, AMC is not no tiny little strutting machine. It's a big machine. And it has a lot of people behind it. And when it moves slow sometimes. But it moves with vigor. It stays moving. So we want it to move in the upward direction. Thank God no more shares can go on it. That used to drive me nuts every time. So it's looking good. A little more close up there. We want to see it go through 44 and stay there. Or maybe I should sell that position and have cash for tomorrow. I mean, technically I bought back into this one. Now we're at 968. That's good news. Now we're only 62 down for the day. I'm glad I picked up that other position. The question is, should I have picked up even more? And at what point do I sell? And in the meantime, is AMC going to move? It needs to go up, because that money could be elsewhere making better money if not. And I think that's what people need to remind themselves. They often forget that their money could be playing for them elsewhere. All right. Din was good. Now let's see Big run this final half hour. You know, if it's a good thing to get out of Big, because let's say we think tomorrow Big's going to open up at 8 or something like that. Well, then it would be wise to get out now and buy back in tomorrow. But we don't know that. Alright, so AMC is coming up some now. It's over 44. That's good. I don't want to see it fall too below 44. I'd like to imagine 44 its bottom. Well, 43.50 at this point, but yeah. You know, that big position, I seen it drop down, and the first thing I said is, let me put some more money in this thing. And you seen I did it today. That came from Coinbase, and it was instant like that. That's really helpful, right? And we're actually going to be positive on the day if this trend continues here in the final 17 minutes, and we'll see it together. Let's see what Moderna's doing. The last time I checked, it was up some. Let's go check Moderna. I call it modernity. Moderna's back in 387s earlier today. Well, I guess it must have been 392, but even earlier than that, it was lower. When I checked it, it was in the 370s. Maybe it was, yeah, it was today, right? Yeah, market opened here. So if you got in at 37, like right here at market open, 376, and then sold around 394, you're pretty happy. Or if you bought around here, 375, I mean, that'd be nice, right? But that's a hard catch. Most people aren't doing that. And because of all this volatility, you're still paying premium for those, you know, you're paying premium on that. Let's go back and see what Moderna's demanding on the options here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's insane. I know it moves quite a bit, but when you have premiums like that, sometimes that premium doesn't allow you to make the money you normally think you would on a 10-point move. Those Greeks matter too. And if it takes too long to get there, then for sure you're screwed out of your value. You sure don't want that. And you don't need it either. Not when you're trying to make money. And that's the name of the game. This is a game where the score is your balance. And when you get down to the bottom, that means you're out of credits. That's why I like buying the shares, man. I can get that right all day long as long as I can have the time. And I think we're going to eventually here switch to that model, looking at shares, changing shares, exchanging shares. And what do you think Coinbase is? To me, it's like another stock. And quite frankly, it's been a good stock. I mean, the doggone thing's doubled in a week, man. Give it a break, right? And so I love that stock. And I wanted to, you know, I made money on that, right? While I was losing money with these options, man. I'd like to have a nice run if I could. I mean, I could lose more in that, and in the interest of having a nice run. And that's the scary part. We all take that risk. But if I can get a nice run going and then flip it over to shares, I think I can pick the right shares to make money. The right stocks. And occasionally do options. Options should be reserved for those moments You know in your gut that you're right. There's the Dow Jones. It's down a little bit. SPRT. That's heading down still, but it's finding a wind right here, but so are all these stocks at this point. I don't think it's that much of a wind. We'll see what turns out to be. It's still pulling. The volume has dropped considerably when you compare it to BIG, for example. And BIG's volume is amazing, and I think it's going to be pushing still. So AMC here, we're just over 44, and we're hoping for a strong performance tomorrow. Our volume for today has been 79 million. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. But it's what it is. GameStop has been at 212.35. And it had a good push here. It's about 214. And then it just dropped off here. ADA, as we were just talking, was pushing, and then right here had, I guess, a drop off here recently. But I sold the few that I sold. It was up. When I sold, it was more up here. Yeah, 290. So I got in there for a better price, which I'm happy about, because I really felt the need to make that sell so that I could get into more of my conviction calls here with these. And I hope that I got them at a sell price, is what I was pushing for. And that would be both for AMC and BIG, because I could imagine that these could actually run in after hours and then keep their gains come tomorrow if we get a good Thursday going into Friday. Out of all my positions, they all carry on until next week. Indeed, one of them carry on until October the 15th on BIG. Look at that one. It's in the money down there. And I mean, good gosh, time is great, because I mean, once you have these stocks in, you know, the mind of the short squeeze crowd, it doesn't just leave their mind, and this is really in their mind. So this is going to have a lot of apes that need to make money to stay in AMC. Trust me, they're most invested and most committed to AMC, but they got to find where the money is to go take it back to AMC. You got to love them. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. We're basically about 960 on BIG right now, and I'd love to see that thing break out to like 20. We're sitting on a good sizable chunk. I almost feel like maybe we should sell something under AMC. Those September 3rd positions are the ones I'm looking at, but they kind of suck to sell because they lost so much money. You'd hope to gain some of that back, but that's how you fall into a real trap. So unless you think it's not coming up, then you'd sell them all. But I don't believe that, I think it is coming up. So will it come up to 50 before Friday? I don't know. I hate it when you have to count on that kind of stuff. And if I were to sell both of those positions, I'd have about another 100 and about $110, $20, something like that. All right, and then so I'd have to sell even more yet anyway in order to pick up another big position. And and then when you get looking at it, the only thing I see here besides those two would be that one I just bought in at 49 for September 10th. And it's just sitting there. I'm guessing because it's not a lot of volume at this point. And I want to see AMC kick, but if it's telling me I'm not moving, then man, I gotta kick it in the butt and say you gotta move. And it was going up for a bit, and now it just kind of leaned down here, but it can snap back up again, and that's really what we want to see. If what it's doing is just, you know, the same thing going down, playing with our minds on the way down, oh no, that's no fun. But you know, if we can get it to have a floor around 44, then I think that's good. And the thing about it is that that $44 floor could be a liar. And it's another one of these times where if AMC moves, I'm in it. But I mean, you know, what good is it if it doesn't move? And at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we've got 7 contracts on it. And I'm thinking of pulling back, honestly, the 2 September 3rd expirations, so I can take whatever I can out of those before come tomorrow. Now, if it's, let's say, tomorrow and then it starts running, those are the kinds of big mistakes you feel like a fool for, especially if it runs good. And if that's the case, these are quite cheap. You shouldn't be selling them. You should be thinking about picking up more, right? $50 calls are not that far to reach, really. And we are in September, so do not discount AMC. It's a long time in the making. And Big, it's just a popular kid right now. At some point, we got to jump off of Big before Big jumps on us. And if Big decides to crash, man, that's going to suck. It's going to take a lot of value with it. So again, you know, you take your profit with you as you can. Do as I say, not as I do. And you'll do very good. I've been telling you from the get-go, I think the brilliant ones are the ones who just buy shares. Right? It's okay, because we also have our days. But we have to set our expectations right. You know, so that we sell when we expect to, when we intend to, when it's right. Maybe I should sell this position where I'm in some money. But if I'm going to do that, I should have done it back when it was at $9.60. You know, that's how your mind starts thinking. Or even at $11 earlier, right? So is it better to wait? Maybe so. Come tomorrow, we'll probably have a lot of pressure on this. We only have 4 minutes left to the market here. And I'm probably not going to do MoneyMantics tonight, which is why I have been staying here doing this religiously on a lot of the channels, because I'm talking to you through this, but also I'm settling how I want to go with MoneyMantics, okay? I'm determining how to best give it value, because it's my main baby. All of this is for that. That's why I pushed that back. I mean, as it is, I'll stick with the program no matter how long I need to. AMC is losing value now into the final minutes. and that's really frustrating. Big is probably doing the same, maybe not. Oh, wrong big. I'm sure that big, I wonder if that big is moving because everyone's getting confused. It's got no volume. I don't know how you can get confused on it. Oh, it did move by accident. Now it came back down again. And watch it move. Huh, this sucker did move. Go figure. Let's move it along. We are at 9:33. I think we can really push hard tomorrow, going into the end of the week. There we are. The thing I'm concerned about is with this damn AMC, if it keeps pulling back. If it's a trend that keeps going into tomorrow, we're going to really have some pressure. What time is it now? We got 2 minutes to decide if we want to drop any of these. 2 minutes. I'll take a $12 hit on there to do what I want. Let's go. Get out of this position. If I can get this thing moving. Alright, I'm going to drop it. And that was my position I bought in today. For a $12 loss, I'll go ahead and drop it. If I can. I think I did. Yeah. So it cost $18 to get out of that, but that means I'll have $244 to deal with tomorrow to make some purchases, maybe on big. We'll decide then, but that was a good call, I think. Maybe we'll do the same here if we have time on this deeper in the money, but I don't think that. I think big is going to keep moving. So we'll just sit there on that, and we'll end the day like that, I think, and be happy about it. Took a little protective measure on AMC in case if there's a steeper bottom tomorrow. You know, it started running the wrong way. The other contracts have lost a lot of their value, so the best case scenario for us is to see a pump. Either it'll pump and gain some volatility value, which on the Greeks, that'll give you the ability to get out of your play for a little bit more money. I might try and do that for those September 3rd contracts. You can't let them expire worthless, folks. Okay, like the video so I know you're there. And share the video if you got some nerve. And love your Happyhealer Lover. We're getting ready. We're already closed now for the day. So we are officially closed. And look at AMC. It dropped another 10 cents. Shameful. I called AMC shameful. In the after hours here, big is down just a wee bit. AMC in the after hours is up just a wee bit, down just a wee bit, pretty much what it was. Folks, that's going to be it. I'll see you tomorrow. Good day from your Happyhealer Lover. Take care of yourself.